See How They Run is a 2022 comedy mystery film directed by Tom George, written by Mark Chappell and produced by Damian Jones and Ginny Carter. The film stars Sam Rockwell, Saoirse Ronan, Adrien Brody, Ruth Wilson, Reece Shearsmith, Dickinson and David Oyelowo. See How They Run was theatrically released in the United Kingdom on 9th of September 2022 and the United States on 16th of September 2022 by Searchlight Pictures. The film received positive reviews from critics and grossed $22 million worldwide. It was nominated for Outstanding British Film at the 76th British Academy Film Awards. The cast includes Sam Rockwell as Inspector Stoppard, the lead investigator on the murder; Saoirse Ronan as Constable Stalker, Inspector Stoppard's co-investigator on the murder case; Adrien Brody as Leo Kompenick, the man who is murdered at the start of the film; Ruth Wilson as Petula Spencer, the owner of the theatre where the mousetrap is being put on; Reece Shearsmith as John Wolfe, a British film producer who wants to turn the mousetrap into a movie; Dickinson as Richard Attenborough, the lead actor in the theatre production of The Mousetrap; and David Oyelowo as Mervyn Cocker Norris, the scriptwriter for the movie of The Mousetrap. The film was announced in November 2020 as an untitled mystery film from Searchlight Pictures, with Tom George on board to direct from screenplay by Mark Chappell. Filming wrapped up in April 2021, with the title revealed as See How They Run in July of 2021. Some fun trivia notes. Richard Dickie Attenborough greets the detectives as darling. This was a real-life quirk of Attenborough's, which he admitted to he would often use if he forgot someone's name. While questioning the concierge at Savoy, Stalker asks him what part of France he's from, to which he replies Belgium. This is a reference to Dame Agatha Christie's famous character, Hercule Poirot, who of course is Belgium, and is often mistaken for being French. The Mousetrap is a real murder mystery play by Dame Agatha Christie that premiered at the Theatre Royal in Nottingham on October 6, 1952, and has continued his run to this day, making it the longest-running play in the world. Sir Richard Attenborough and his wife Sheila Sim were the first actors to play Sergeant Trotter and Molly Ralston, respectively. A film adaptation was announced in 1959 to be produced by Edward Small and Victor Savell for United Artists, starring Tyrone Power and Maria Schell. But the film was never made. Small produced the previous Christie adaptation Witness for Prosecution in 1957, starring Power. There eventually, though, was two film versions of the play, the Bengali Chup Chup Ashili in 1960 and the Russian Muskalova in 1990. As portrayed in the film, The Mousetrap cannot be made into an English-language film until at least 6 months after it is closed on the West End. The longest break between shows was 14 months during the COVID-19 pandemic. Main actor Sam Rockwell struggled for weeks prior to filming as to how to play his character. It wasn't until after watching Peter Sellers playing Inspector Clouseau in A Shot in the Dark in 1964 that he came up with the idea of playing the character as Sellers would if Clouseau spoke in Sellers' own English accent and if the character was not a bumbling detective but a competent one. Adrien Brody's character of Kompenick criticizes whodunits for having a formulaic plots. The real Mousetrap play was an effort by Agatha Christie to break out of the same tropes of a detective fiction, which she herself had helped establish. The title is taken from the second line of the nursery rhyme Three Blind Mice. Three Blind Mice was the title of the radio play and the short story that would later expanded to become The Mousetrap. The tune Three Blind Mice is whistled during the play. Actor Dickinson, who plays Sir Richard Attenborough in the film, is the tallest cast member at 6'2". By contrast, the real Attenborough was only 5'6.5 inches. Shirley Henderson, who portrays Dame Agatha Christie in the movie, has previously appeared in TV adaptations of two authors' books, Marple, Murder is Easy in 2008, and The ABC Murders in 2018. In real life, Christie learned a great deal about poisons due to experience as a nurse during the First World War. It was this extensive knowledge of poisoning that inspired her to write murder mysteries. Just as in an actual Mousetrap play, it is the killer and not the detective who explains the crimes to the assembled witnesses. Now, I found this to be a real fun, light and easy comedy film, with some fantastic sets, wonderful costumes, and a fun, easy story of playing off the usual tropes of the whodunit mystery. And I love the incorporation now of the sort of background scenes of the fantastic play The Mousetrap. So even though the film is actually dealing with a real-life murder, it's playing off the fictional tropes of the whodunit mysteries that Agatha Christie made famous. I love the additions now, for example, of Dickinson playing Sir Richard Attenborough, the legendary actor, or the wonderfully talented Reece Shearsmith as famous film producer John Wolfe. It's these real characters that are, of course, intertwined with the fictional characters that makes the film so much more interesting. Saoirse Ronan is such a superb actress, can literally play anything that she's given, and here she has perfect comedic timing as Constable Stalker. David Oyelowo is absolutely superb here as Mervyn Cocker Norris, the flamboyant scriptwriter. as is Adrien Brody here, playing the tough-talking, brash American director Leo Kopenik. My one gripe, though, however, with the film, unfortunately has to be Sam Rockwell. I'm a huge fan of Sam Rockwell's work. I think he's a fantastic actor, but I just feel he was the wrong guy to be cast in this role. He kind of mumbles his way through his performance. His acting is kind of understated, which of course was done on purpose, but it's more for me that I couldn't understand what he was saying. He doesn't really show much emotion. And to boot, his English accent is, well, quite poor and ever-changing. So I just felt this was almost a miscast, unfortunately. Look, this is a fun, easy film, and it's nice and light-hearted. It's well made, like I said, and beautifully designed and shot. And there'll definitely be some good laughs, as you wonder, of course, who actually managed to kill Leo Kopenik right at the start of the film. This is a fun, light, entertaining film, and one of those you can sit back, relax, and enjoy, without it ever really truly being over-demanding. See how they run. Gets an 8 out of 10.